Hey everyone, welcome back to Dino Boy Gaming. Finally. I'm sorry that it's been so long since I've done since my last review. I haven't been keeping up with retro reviews. I need to do that as well. I just got so bored of doing the reviews, okay? I haven't been doing the reviews lately. For one reason. Well, reviewing old figures kinda is getting boring. And I've got a lot of figures to review. Yeah, you see the tail. You see the tail over here. In the end here. You see the tail? You see the shadow. The hedgehog. You see the shadow on the wall. Yes. I have the Giganotosaurus. And the Therizinosaurus and the Carnotaurus. Figures I've been waiting to review for a while. But what I'll do is if you guys are, if you guys are, subverse to motion blur, just cover your eyes. I'm going to try to get it as high as I can. There we go. Basically, I'm trying to get it as high as I can where you guys can see it a bit better. Spoilers. There we go. Let me just fix the camera there. So today we're going to be reviewing the Hammond Collection Therizinosaurus. A figure I have been waiting to review for a while now. It's the same with the Giga. Because this is the first figure that's articulating as claws that are articulated. Well, fingers in a sense. As fingers in a sense that are articulated. And I love this figure. It's like one of my favorite ones. His head is on a ball joint, so it can look that way. It can look forward. It can look forward. It can left and right. And it's next on a ball joint, so you can get it doing this, kind of like dodge and bullets kind of movement. Now onto the arms. The hands are on hinges and swivels. So if I wanted to, I could straighten out his hands and make him clap his hands. I can make him clap his hands. Yeah, I can make him clap his hands. And his arm is on a hinge, but the hinge doesn't go more than this far due to the feathers here. I wish there was more range, but it's fine. I wish it had more range, but his arm can rotate all the way around. His arms can go out. They are a little hard to do. They can rotate. So you can get some some claw poses going so you could get like he's about to slap the crap out of a T-Rex. Same thing on the other side. So you can get me doing jazz hands. Come on, go back to normal, please. Okay. His legs are on they're on push. I'm trying to remember the word. It's on push, like push joints. And if you guys don't know what a push joint is, it's basically where you have to put a little bit of force to it, and it'll kind of slowly rotate. It'll do that. See, it's kind of moving quickly. That's what you have to do with it. Hey, let me scoot up. Ow. How many? Many. Many. And the first of many figures to have a, well, is this a faux joint or no? No, it's not a faux joint. I thought it was. To have a multi-hinged leg. Now, with the Barry, I didn't think they were going to give the bigger ones multi-hinged legs like the T-Rex. Here's why. It will make posability harder. That's why I don't like dinosaur, them giving dinosaurs the multi-hinges. Like that, being able to like bend it inward, like curl the foot up a little bit. Giving that kind of realism, like giving that running realism. Even though no one's gonna pose it like this because there's no stands, Mattel. When will Mattel add stands to their Hammond collection figures? Or crotch cradles? Because that's what I want to know. When are we going to get crotch cradles? Let me just fix his legs that way he stands up straight. And I'm not going to mess with the other leg because it's the same thing on both legs. So, and also his tail is on a full-on bendy wire. So you can get it in you can bend it. It doesn't bend all the way, but I get it. And also, I remember the Therizino in Jurassic World Dominion having a lot more feathers than this. By the way, for the record, I remember it having way more feathers. Like, having the big plumage on the back from the movie. I watched the movie before, and I remember it had the plumage, and I don't remember its tail being so long, either. I remember it being, about that long. So them just giving it an outrageously long tail doesn't make sense, because it didn't have a long tail. It was short. It had a short, stubby tail in the movie. I don't know if this is made off of a different mold of Therizino, or maybe it's based off of Erlikosaurus, because that one is maybe... I'm trying to make sure it stays in the right way. In the right direction I want it. Where it'll actually stand up. There we go. That way it's not doing that. Do you see it? Yeah. And also, the thing doesn't stand that great. The thing don't stand that great. Now, here's why I say that. I'm going to give you guys a reason why I say this. That this thing's not standing right. Will it quit trying to die on me? There we go. Now in the box, it was standing straight as it can go. There we go. I'm trying to get his feet, like, side by side. You know, it's like, the way I can have it, like, you know, almost like this, almost. I was standing up straight, not in a weird wonky position. That's another thing that I want Mattel to do. Because this thing is cool as freak. I love it. I love this figure. It's one of the best figures that has ever come out from the Hammond collection. But, and I know, listen, to all if you dinosaur enthusiasts somehow stumble upon this video and they start griping about, oh, you're not taking it the right way. Therizinosaurus's fingers didn't move like that. Well, here's where, basically, the base of his finger, if its fingers don't move, it's just the claws, which doesn't make sense. Do you guys believe me? Because you guys are going to believe me when I say that this not having joints, yeah, I get it. It's kind of hard because there's not enough room, but you don't have to have enough room to get in there and put a joint there. Like, carnivores like Giga have more room to do that than, well, other dinosaurs. But y'all give the Therizinosaurs articulating claws. This isn't realistic. This would be causing it major pain. It would be screaming is what it'd be doing. If it was alive. Like, and I get it, you want to have the claws posable to get, like, those elegant poses. But that's my gripe, is that the claws of a Theri wouldn't move. They'd stay static. They would stay more so like this. Like, these would move and not these. They couldn't articulate their claws, basically. A real Therizinosaurus couldn't move its little talons. It'd move its fingers, like it's like the bottom of him would move, but that's all. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna do all of them in one video. Yes, I'm gonna do them all in one video. And not do them in, like, multiple, because, well, I mean, right now it'd take me the end of the video, right? So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So I'll stick Theri to the side. I'm gonna scoot back. And pull my backpack over here. And yes, guys, I have taken these to school, yes. Yes, I've taken these to school with me. Now here's my favorite one that I personally enjoy messing with. Is the Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus from Hammond Collection is also my favorite. Because it's the first medium scale. Now, here's what I want Hammond to do. Or Mattel, since you guys did the Carnotaurus, right? The Jurassic Carno, where's my juvenile Allosaurus? Y'all made the Battle at Big Rock one, right? Where is the juvenile version? This actually made me really upset a little bit when I found out that they did the adult one. They didn't do the juvenile, which would have been easier to do. Is in a brief like 2-3 minute sequence, but it would have been easier for them to do because they could have nailed its coloring better. And then the adult. And then do the adult. But no, they decided to do the adult first. Why? That is really annoying. Mattel, that's really annoying that you did that. Because I love the juvenile Allosaurus. Now, here's what I also want to see from Hammond. Cryolophosaurus. Yes, I know. Cryolophosaurus is not in Jurassic World. It's been referenced multiple times. It hasn't had an actual on-screen appearance yet. I know that. But hear me out. Hear me out. I'm going to tilt his head down so you guys can see it better. Hear me out. I want to see them do what I want to see them do next in the medium/large scale assortment is get a Suchomimus in there. Based off of the one from Jurassic World Dominion. BRB. Okay. Took me a while because I had to go to Taco Bell, but here's a Carno. Its head's on a ball joint. On two ball joints. Can look left, can look right, can look kind of up, can look almost all the way down. It can't look like straight down. You can't get like a Carno ramming position. But you can almost. It's let its jaw. Now, here's the cool thing I like about the Carno. Is its jaws aren't on a double hinge. Or like a twin hinge. As it's called. What do I mean by a twin hinge? Basically, one part of the jaw closes with the other. And I like that. That's just really cool to me. His tail is... Now, this part's hard plastic, but the end of it is bendy wire. And his legs can move almost all the way straight out. You can almost have it like that. And there you go. That's the Carno. There's nothing really that much to it. It's really just that. That's really all there is to it, really. But I do hope to see some other ones in that scale. Now, here is the big boy. The big boy. This guy is freaking huge. And I had this in my backpack, literally sitting on his butt. On his big butt. Just like this. With his feet articulated like he's sitting. I can't do it. I can't it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I had his legs articulated on the bus, sitting in the chair. It was hilarious. It was very, very funny. Now, all of them have glass eyes. Now, here's the issue with the Giga, though. Now, this is on everyone's copy of the Giga. See how this side stream is like closed up? Whoops. So he's very long. He's a very long boy. And this side of his head is closed up. When you do this, it's normally got a gap here. But his neck can look left, it can look right, it can first of all break its jaw. It can look up that far and down that far. It's got everything that the other ones have. It just looks awesome. Too bad it doesn't have its battle scars. That's my one gripe with this figure. Is it's missing the battle wounds that are seen on the end of the tail, and I get people want clean dinosaurs that are not like compromised with battle wounds and scars and whatnot. But I feel like this figure would have done better if it had those battle wounds, because it just looks like JWE2's version. That's all it looks like. Jurassic World Evolution 2's Giganotosaurus from Dominion. The basic version. The prologue Giga, basically. That's why I kind of don't like this figure, because it looks too much like the prologue one. It doesn't look like the one from Dominion. It doesn't look like the Dominion definitive Giga. And what I mean the definitive Dominion Giga is it has a scratch wound, but the scratch wound is only on its nose. It doesn't have the tail one, which is a really poor, and I don't appreciate that, Mattel. I get it. People that collect dinosaurs don't want battle wounds or flesh wounds on the toys. But it's at the end of the day, it's a collectible, and people need to get over it. Really. Really, at the end of the day, people need to get over the fact that this is a toy for a kid. This is like a toy made for a child. If I were growing up in this day and age and this thing came out, I would have freaking went crazy. I would have went crazy for this. Because I wanted... And if I can get his foot pivot working. His foot pivot. There we go. Just get those pivots. I'm trying to get his legs to go back the way it was, where they were straight, man. Okay, there we go. Ow. See, that's the point. That's what I was trying to avoid. I was trying not to hurt myself on my actual toy. Well, on my collectible, actually. But more or less toy. But you see, compared to the... Here's a little bit of a size comparison. Dang. Wow. Ow. Man, dang. The Giga actually got me. Is it bleeding? At least it's a scratch, at least not bleeding. Well. Man. Man dang. Ow. The Giga hurts. The Giganotosaurus hurts. And I didn't even think its little stubby talons would be. But this is my other problem with the Hammonds. They don't stand very well. They stand perfectly fine when you're not holding them or touching them or playing with them, really. But if you're trying to do positions and poses and, well, pretty much everything of the sort. Oh, gosh. Am I bleeding? Better not be bleeding. No, not good. But anyway, and I will be doing a video on Subnautica maybe later. I have no idea, guys. I'm gonna, you know what? A little bit of story time with Dino Boy. The reason why I haven't been making videos is because this is the reason why. It's because of the fact that, well, my grandparents really needed me for stuff, and I've been always in here recording videos, not been able to help her, and it's just getting harder and harder to make content for y'all. It's just getting harder and harder because of her, because of my grandmother needing help all the time, and I get it. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, I'm supposed to help. I'm her caretaker and whatnot, but like, I just wish my grandparent would just leave me alone. Y'all understand. But what I will be doing, my next review may be on the leader class Bumblebee Grimlock. Now, haven't gotten that from my grandparent, my grandpa. But yeah. And dang, another scar on my finger because of my toys. My little things here. But but man, like, okay, so my next review will be on my next retro review will probably be of a figure I'm going to need someone to hold the camera for. And it's my biggest toy ever. I might pull it down, actually. Hold on. I'm going to have to flip the camera, but this is my next review. Yeah. I had this figure for years. 4 years. This is the Stomp and Roar Grimlock. Yeah, weird seeing my face inside the closet. Yeah, weird seeing my face inside the closet. But you guys have seen my face already, you know, in gaming videos. This was my first Dinobot figure. This was the first ever one I got that was Grimlock. Of this iconic character. My first ever one of Grimlock. Now, if I'm gonna review this thing, I'm gonna have to review it like this. I can't review it like the ones on the table. This is gonna be real difficult to do, so just keep that in mind, that I'm gonna have to like flip the camera to do this. But he's kind of, he's kind of a bit of a, how do I put it? Yeah, that. Now, Hasbro, please remake this. Remember you had a giant bumblebee? That was an articulated figure. Where was it? Where is it? That's right, you guys don't have it anymore. So, time to step up and go with the big guns. Which is Grimlock, getting his giant figure redone and repolished without the sound effects. But anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.